Hello and welcome to another Urban War Edition 3 video. Let's jump in. And today we are talking about the Legions of Ironglass, the Junkers faction. And the old rules of army building remain. You need to select 4 models out of the list of Legionnaires, Auxilia and Sandrunners. As before with the Viridians, no, you can't use special weapon models on this one because they are separate entries. Now, starting with the command models, Sensor Agrippa and Aquila Decianus remain in the fray here. I personally have not played any Junker command models ever, which may change or may not change with Decurion Drusus, the new command model from the starter gamebox. I also sent Sebastian my recommendation or my thoughts on Tribune Quintilius, and we will see how this goes. Yes, as I said, the army building rules remain and the general strategy of the Junkers is still the same. You have or should take a lictor to boost your morale, and the legionaries are something that I take as a backup because I prefer playing the Auxilia. The Lancer is still a nice to have model, but looking at how you are dealing with armor, they are not a must-have, unlike the Shock Marines of the Viridians. I do also recommend you take a flamer or two, whether it is the Legionary or the Exosuit, which comes next. And I do also recommend a chain gun team. The Grenadiers are an interesting model choice. The Thermite bombers, not so much. But here is the first thing that you might want to look at is a loadout of exosuits. The Flamer will get some attention from your opponent. And this is also where I want to take a little break and compare these to Drusus. Drusus is way more expensive. And in my opinion, his Force Gladius currently lacks the armor-piercing qualities of the Cestus. So that is one thing that's potentially an oversight, potentially not. I sent this to Sebastian for clarification. Yeah, the exosuits are really a force to be reckoned with, but it will be the Auxilia that finish off your opponent. I also have never played Sandrunners because they are quite expensive and they are just a Legionary Lancer mounted. Dune Raiders are another option, and yeah, you have several loadouts here, and you have combat shotguns, grape guns, and there is a variety in the store that has flamers. So that is something that might get a new entry or might get a little change here from grape guns to flamers. There is also a heavy chain gun loadout, which you see here. That is, yeah, not in there. So that needs to be added as well. And I am sending Sebastian the corresponding entries. Yes, as I have been going on about the Auxilia, you will need quite a few of them. And it is really good to see that Sebastian added the Auxilia box to the web store now, so you can get 8 of these for £30 at the moment. And yes, you will need at least 5 or 8 of these because they are very cheap models. They have a battle shield that gives them a really good toughness against your opponent, and you can just charge forward with them. Adding in your chain gun team, adding special weapon models, adding your exosuits, and potentially 1 or 2 dune runners or sand runners, you will have quite a few options on the battlefield for quick raids on positions and general all-out assaults that keep your opponent busy. Now, nice to have models is, for example, the Praetorian Guard with the grenade launcher variety. They come as ordinary guardians, Decurions, and the Hellfire Trooper, as I said. And the last entry, the Thermite Bomber, making a comeback after it's been canned for obvious reasons after Edition 2 was released. And the new models, although they look nice, they are not really something that you absolutely need. And compared to the Auxilia, they are 2 points more expensive and only makes sense if you pay extra for Cal 1 and literally rush them into an armored column. The claw section, I do have the Scorpio Claw, which can lay down a lot of fire. In my opinion, you have plenty of close combat options, and a phalanx of legionary lancers will do the close combat armor piercing job in a lot more flexible fashion than what the Nero does. Although it is a nice model, you will add flexibility if you choose the lancers instead. And that is all for today's faction introduction. Next time we will talk about the Syntha.